And whereas Representative Ilhan Omar's actions in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk are reprehensible and affect the dignity and integrity of the proceedings of the House and do not reflect credibly on the House, now therefore be it resolved that 1. Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. 2. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. 3. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. And 4. Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee on Education and Workforce and the Committee on the Budget of the House.
The resolution qualifies.
Stop everything you're doing, because what just happened on the House floor could change the tone of American politics for years. A man was assassinated, a member of Congress mocked his death, and Washington, in a single vote, decided to let it all slide. If you're tired of the double standards, tired of weak leadership, and tired of watching Washington excuse the inexcusable, then stick with me, because today, we're breaking down the truth the media refuses to touch. Welcome back to Congress Flash. Before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the like button so this video reaches more people who care about the truth, because today's story, well, it's one Congress hopes you'll forget. Let's get right into it. Which means it's a new House resolution.
The House will be in order. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from South Carolina seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to a question of the privileges of the House and offer the resolution that was previously noticed.
The clerk will report the resolution.
House Resolution 713, whereas Charlie Kirk was a lifelong advocate for freedom of speech, civil political discourse, and the political engagement of youth, whereas Charlie Kirk was a man of deep faith, a husband, and a father of 2 young children, whereas on September 10, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on the campus of Utah Valley University while exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Whereas on September 11, 2025, one day after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar gave an interview on a Zateo town hall with Mahdi Hassan in which she smeared Charlie Kirk and implied he was to blame for his own murder. Whereas on September 12, 2025, 2 days after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar reposted a video on X, formerly known as Twitter, which disparaged the character of Charlie Kirk and those mourning his death. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X states, Charlie Kirk is dead, and before the body got cold, the far right propped his corpse up as a cudgel for their holy war. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, don't be fooled. These people don't give a single shit about Charlie Kirk. They are just using his death to further their Christo-fascist agenda. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was a reprehensible human being. He enacted his political agenda by preying on weak-minded people. He took complex socioeconomic issues and simplified them by pointing fingers at outgroups, demonizing those groups, and seeking his massive following on them. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was a stochastic terrorist, an adamant transphobe. He denied the genocide happening in Palestine. He believed in the subjugation of women. And in his last dying words, he was spewing racist dog whistles. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was Dr. Frankenstein and his monster shot him through the neck. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further blames Charlie Kirk for his own murder. Whereas Clause 1 of Rule 23 of the Rules of the House of Representatives provides a member, delegate, resident commissioner, officer, or employee of the House shall behave at all times in a manner that shall reflect credibly on the House.
A new House resolution, House Resolution 713, hit the floor after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. A husband, a father, a young conservative voice wiped out while exercising his First Amendment rights. And instead of unity, instead of empathy, instead of basic human decency, Representative Ilhan Omar used the moment to smear him, not weeks later, not months later, the very next day. In an interview, she implied that Charlie Kirk, who had just been murdered, was somehow to blame for his own death, and if that wasn't enough, 2 days later, she reposted a video on X calling him reprehensible, a transphobe, even a sarcastic terrorist. The video went as far as saying he was Dr. Frankenstein and his own monster shot him. Imagine that. A sitting member of Congress mocking a man's assassination.
And whereas Representative Ilhan Omar's actions in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk are reprehensible and affect the dignity and integrity of the proceedings of the House and do not reflect credibly on the House, now therefore be it resolved that 1. Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. 2. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. 3. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. And 4. Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee on Education and Workforce and the Committee on the Budget of the House.
The resolution qualifies. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
I have a motion at the desk, Mr.
The clerk will
Speaker.
report the motion.
Ms. Clark of Massachusetts moves to lay the resolution on the table.
The question is on the motion offered by the gentlewoman from Massachusetts. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I request a call of the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by an electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 214 and the nays are 213. The motion is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
And not just any man, a political figure who millions of Americans respected. So the House introduced a resolution to censure her, a simple act of accountability, not a criminal charge, not removal from office, just a formal statement that her behavior was unacceptable and violated House Rule 23, which demands members act in a way that reflects credibility on the institution. Seems fair, right? Well, Washington had other plans. Representative Catherine Clark moved to table the resolution, basically burying it without debate, and the vote was as close as it gets. 214 in favor, 213 against, one vote. One vote stood between accountability and business as usual, and with that razor-thin margin, the motion passed, meaning Ilhan Omar avoids censure, she avoids consequences, she avoids anything resembling responsibility. Now let me say this clearly. What she reposted was cruel. It was political theater at its lowest. It was everything Congress claims to stand against. But when it came time to show whether the House still has a moral compass, 214 members decided that shrugging off disrespect toward a murdered American was the better path. This isn't about left versus right anymore. It's about dignity. It's about the character of our leadership. It's about a simple question. If a member of Congress can mock a political assassination with no consequences, what does that say about where our country is headed? And let's be honest, if the roles were reversed, if a conservative said something like that about a progressive activist, you already know the outcome would have been very different. This is the double standard we're tired of. This is why people have lost trust in Congress. And this is why Americans are stepping up, speaking out, and demanding better. So here's the truth. This fight isn't over. Not by a long shot. Because this moment didn't expose Ilhan Omar. We already knew who she was. It exposed Congress. It exposed who's willing to defend decency and who's willing to excuse the inexcusable. If you believe the House made the wrong call, if you believe behavior like this cannot be normalized, then stay tuned, because this isn't going away. And if you're new here, hit subscribe so you don't miss the updates mainstream media won't deliver. Drop a comment below. Did Congress make the right call? Or did they just set a dangerous new precedent? Thanks for watching Congress Flash. I'll see you in the next one. If you want real breakdowns without media filters, hit subscribe, like this video, and share it. Your support helps this channel expose what others try to hide.